It's the end of day here in Copenhagen. I just come home from hospice, spending the last few hours with my dad and my sister. And I feel called to record this video. Not because I've figured everything out, but because nobody really talks about how to navigate when you're in the middle of losing someone you love. I'm a leadership coach and success mentor. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how I'm dealing with this stressful situation. And honestly, hadn't I been through some really big shift in my life already, I wouldn't have navigated as calmly as I do. So let's dive in. You probably heard that time heals all wounds. That's true. But when you love someone so deeply or so dearly, then the wound feels just even bigger when you have to say goodbye. And now I feel emotional. So how do I deal with this? There was a few tools I learned when my dad was first diagnosed with cancer, and I want to share them with you because these tools help me navigate the challenging situation in a better way. And it helped me really express my feelings, express how grateful I've been for my dad. And I want to share these keys with you. Saying goodbye to someone you really love is a stretch. It's a stretch assignment. And the first key I want to share with you, and I've talked about it in the video over here about becoming the new version of yourself. How do I navigate this loss? I have continuously been connecting with that next version of me. How would that next version of me show up when she's losing her dad? How she's navigating this space? And I have connected with my next version over the last couple of months where my dad was losing faith in the process. And I rose above the situation because that's how that new Camilla is. She's resourceful and she helps other people. So connecting with that next version of you is a really good choice. And you have to connect with her in such a way. How does she do life? How does she navigate any challenging moments? And feel into her, feel her, and do that embodiment work. Leaning into that work had really helped me get grounded and stay grounded. Yes, I also cry, allow myself to feel my feelings. Connecting with that next version of me has really saved my energy, has saved my sanity, because hadn't I learned to connect with that next version of me, I wouldn't have been able to shoot this video. I wouldn't have been able to once again recalibrate my calendar for tomorrow. I would have paused everything. I simply wouldn't have been able to hold myself. So connecting with that next version of you, and if you haven't done that job, start to design that next version of you, is so powerful. Another tool I want to give you is, what do you want to share with your dad? What do you want to let him know? Expressing how deeply I love my dad, and I'll get really emotional. It's requires to be vulnerable. I never done that. I never done that. I vividly recall when we were sitting at the main hospital in Copenhagen a couple of months ago. And we were sitting there and we didn't know whether he was actually gonna survive. And I told him how dearly I loved him, how he has always supported me, been there for me, for my sister, and for our children. And expressing that love was so big, but also very powerful. And he received it. Also expressed that love again tonight. I once again leaned into that tool, and this time I cried, but I expressed how grateful I've been for him being my father. And hadn't I received that key to express my deepest gratitude for my parent, I wouldn't have done it. And I'm sharing this with you because it's so powerful. Yes, you dare to be vulnerable, but expressing it and also then letting the other person receive your love is so powerful. He can hardly talk, but he took my hand and he kissed my hand and he took my hand to his chin, expressing your love and how grateful you are for having that person in your life is so powerful. The last key I want to share with you, which has helped me stay grounded, is that of reaching out for help. It's that of asking what you don't understand. I asked yesterday and I've asked today, how do I prepare the last couple of hours? What is best for my daughter? And I want to share that with you. Prepare yourself for the last couple of hours. If you're a single mom as me, what about your children? Are they so mentally strong to be there? And the advice I got from the staff is that you have to take care of your daughter. If you cannot take care of your daughter while you are in the last couple of hours with your dad, she should not be in the room. It goes without saying. I won't be able to take care of my daughter because I will be grieving the loss of my dad. So suddenly I also had to navigate and orchestrate a sleepover and a backup plan. Where is my daughter when I'm in hospice? And what happens if he's dying when she's in school and all that? So there are a lot of things that suddenly you have to navigate. And closing this loop, connecting with that next version of you who is resourceful, who shows up with a calm mind, who knows what her bigger purpose is so powerful. So leveling up your emotional intelligence, become more emotional mature, will help you when you are in the middle of losing someone you love. I hope this helps. And I trust this helps someone out there. That was the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was very vulnerable for me to shoot, but it's very important to shoot. If you're ready to level up, watch one of the other videos I created. I guarantee that this will help you take your career and your life to the next level. I'm a leadership mentor and career coach. Follow me for more. Thank you for being here. I love you. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.